So, if you've been around YouTube in the last year, you might have heard of Dream. He's a mildly successful Minecraft content creator that, with his Speedrunner versus Hunters videos, has revolutionized the YouTube Minecraft meta. While I'm not a gaming channel myself, so I don't think I will be doing that anytime soon, I am a game developer and I thought, let's try and recreate the thing, but in the form of a mobile, multiplayer, location-based game to play with my friends. I know, it sounds crazy, but it gets even better, so please drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel even, and this said, let's just jump right into it and see how things went down. The first challenge was to read the player location. Luckily, it's 2021, so I just downloaded the OpenVax repo from GitHub, since at this point we are almost all provided with integrated 5G chips. Alternatively, I guess you could use Unity's input class, since this joke stopped being fun about 6 months ago. Once I had the player's location, I needed to calculate the distance from other players and also implement a compass for the hunters to always point towards their target. Doing this on a sphere is complicated, but quite conveniently we live on the only flat planet in our solar system, so we can just pretend it's a plane and get away with using 5th grade maths. To have the compass always point towards the target, I just added the angle from the hunter to the runner to the phone's compass heading, and it started working like a charm straight away. And now, a small demonstration on why you should not record at 7:30 in the morning. Okay, so it's actually a few days ago now, and I've just woke up, but I really wanted to show you the prototype I've got on my phone right now. As you can see, we got a lot of data on the screen. We got a position, we got the angle of the compass, we got a target position that I acquired by tapping on the screen, and the distance from that point. Wait a minute, this looks like shit. I want the interface to be as simple as possible. The hunters will have a compass that points towards the runner and an indicator of how far they are from them. The runner, instead, will be able to see how far the closest hunter is, and will have 2 buttons. One will prevent the location from being shared with the hunters for some time, and one will share a random position within a certain radius from the hunter for a minute. So I got a build on my phone now, and as you can see, this is the hunter view, and for the moment I got a compass pointing to 0, 0, but also if I go back and enter as a runner, you can see that I have 2 buttons, one for hiding my location and one for sending a random position to the hunters. You have also probably noticed that I've added checkpoints to the game, and that's because I cannot have the hunter go around and gather ender pearls or blaze rods, and so to win the game they will have to get to all the checkpoints before they are caught by the hunters. Now all I have to do is to implement a multiplayer networking stuff, and then I think I can try out the game with my friend. I chose to use Photon because I already had some experience with it. Basically, the way it works is that... Yo, shut the fuck up! Okay, so players connect to a room on the master server, and then they share data and messages via serialized streams and RPCs, which stands for Rapidly Press Cancel when you realize you just spent your rent money on an Among Us chicken nugget. It may also stand for Remote Procedure Call. This way, every 3 seconds, I have every player share their position with everyone in the room. I also let the runner choose 3 checkpoints out of a pool of 8, and using a buffered RPC, they will share them with the hunters so that everyone knows how many checkpoints have already been caught. Let's see if it works. Okay, so I've basically just come to the Arc of Peace here in Milan, where I set my only checkpoint for this test run, and surprisingly, it works. So yeah, I think I'm done. There were 7 of us. We divided into groups of 2, and I decided to play by myself because I really didn't want any of my friends to wander around for an hour by themselves before even knowing if the game was any fun. Vince chose 3 checkpoints out of 7 locations we had previously agreed on, and then we moved to the start point. From here, the runners would have a 5-minute head start before we would start running after them. So, let's go. The runners set off, and from the route they had taken, we were fairly sure they were going towards point A. So our strategy was for Enrico and Dalit to try and get there before them, and for Robbie and Beta to try and catch up with them in case they had stopped or turned around. I took a gambit and started running towards point B in the remote scenario in which they were trying to deceive us. Okay, so the game just started and the runners have decided their itinerary, and I'm trying to cut through the park and predict their path, but I'm not sure where they're going yet. Boy, was that a good call. They had taken advantage of the random position power to actually move towards point B, and as soon as I saw them cross the street, I started tailing them.
Okay, they're there. I've seen them cross the street. I can see them. Oh, they took the street over there. The first checkpoint was there, and they ran like that direction. But the thing is that there is no checkpoints that direction. So I need to understand where they are going.
At this moment, forgetting that point C even existed, I was so convinced that the runners were going to point D that I texted the other hunters to go there. The runners could read the group chat, so admittedly I was not being too careful strategy-wise, but this would come in play later. That was also the moment where Luca and Vince came out of their hiding place and I started chasing them in the park. I have no idea why I didn't think that it would be so strenuous to run around and deceive each other for so long, but I have been more athletically fit in my life and I was starting to run out of breath.
Meanwhile,
sai che nel video faremo la figura dei deficienti che stiamo andando dalla parte opposta, ma giuro che c'è una strategia.
Assolutamente.
The park chase went on for a while, and with Robbie and Beta texting that they would have never been at point D in time, I was sure that the hunters would have caught the second checkpoint and gotten away with it. But while the runners and I were sure about this, the other hunters were planning the ultimate move.
This is a very important moment because
we're in the second checkpoint and I think they're coming to us because they are 233 meters away.
Okay.
And they're
So,
getting closer.
we ran.
We ran. No, we don't run because we're here. They're coming.
Okay, I can hear them. And now Beta will run and I will run too. Okay. Fuck! Tu sei stato preso! Bravo Nani!
Bastardi. Did you get them?
Yes!
Let's go! I am dying!
In the end, we hunters won, and let me tell you, it was a lot of fun, and my friends have already given me a lot of advice on how to make it even better. If you have any ideas or feedback, please let me know down in the comments, and also please leave a like on the video and share with your friends to help me out with the algorithm. This said, as always, I've been Pizza, you've been the GOAT, and in case you decide to stick around, see you next time.